Miss Kitty has become a mother at the age of, they say, what, 41, 42? Okay. Well, you know what? At the ending of the day, it's her body, it's her choice. So I've been seeing a lot of videos, a lot of commentary floating around about Miss Kitty, the very popular and famous media personality, attorney at law, and the list goes on and on and on about her credentials. Now, I've been watching Miss Kitty for a long time, and I'm gonna say, yeah, me's a supporter, me's a fan, me's a AC. I love her when she was on the radio. I would play it in the background, meanwhile I was cooking, and meanwhile I was, just moving around. And Miss Kitty, she keep me company. And I like some of her reviews and some of her reviews, But at the ending of the day, she's doing her and she's pushing and excelling in her own lane. Now, when I heard that Miss Kitty was pregnant and then getting married, I said, Miss Kitty? Oh, okay, all right, okay. That's what it's about. Now, I remember a couple years back, many different media personnels were coming for Miss Kitty, right? And the thing about Miss Kitty is she never addressed them at least I didn't see. Correct me if I'm wrong. She never addressed them specifically. There's a lot of people who were putting her down, that she couldn't have no children, that she never had a man, that, all she has to brag about is her education. And it's funny because they were putting her down. They had all these things to say. And it's like the minute that she started to achieve and do what people said she couldn't do and wasn't doing, no, the people them will come after her. Them said she couldn't have any kids. She have a child now. Them have a problem with them. Said she frightened for pitney. Them said she couldn't have no man. No, she married. Them have a problem. So she had talked about her husband. The thing about people is you cannot please people. Okay. If people tell you if I stand up, and you stand up, them will say why you never did sit down. If you sit down, them say why you never did lie down. If you lie down, them say why you never did get up and run. Like. So to me, I look, and the thing about it is a lot of people are saying, Miss Kitty became a mother over the age of 40. And the thing about it is, and I'm going to branch out into the topic at hand, not just specifically on Miss Kitty, but on just women in general having and becoming mothers over the age of, I'd say 30, 35, 40. A lot of people look at it like, you're supposed to have your kids in your, your early 20s. But we're in 2024. We're in different times. Like, you have your child, you build your life, you live it the way you want, how you want, when you want. And Miss Kitty, shout out to you. You're a boss. You're a boss man. You're a boss lady. Boss lady. Big things you deal with. You're Miss Big. You're the number one. You're not the little one. You're the number one. And so you did things on your own terms. You went to law school, you did your thing. And, to me, I think that's something that is to be applauded. A lot of times, as women, you feel pressured in your, early 20s and 30s to really start your family and to do certain things. And, through watching Miss Kitty, as I said, over the years, Miss Kitty said, no, she not pressure for do nothing. When she ready, she would do what she want to do. And she did that. And, it's crazy because it's like, and I'm going to branch out and talk in general about this topic. For myself, I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to be 35 in, a few months. And it's funny because when I was married, some of the first few questions was when you're going to have a baby. And, even when my marriage didn't work out, people were saying years later, like, I remember one time I was admiring some babies and stuff like that. And there was a few family members that said, why you not have some pitney on your own and you can admire them? And, when you have pitney and when you have a man or, and I'm just like, we're in modern times. Like, what? It's up to that person if they want to, or you know what I mean? You don't know if that person has any health concerns. You don't know why or what, or you know what I'm saying? So when I seen people coming from Miss Kitty, I said, listen, these people are miserable, because tell the truth. And I like listening to a lot of the people who who, I listen to a wide variety of people. So some of the people who are coming from Miss Kitty, I listen to them, but at the same time, I'm like, those people are, let's just say, listen, look at them lifestyle, and that will give you all you need to know. As the saying goes, people are not going to throw rocks at an empty tree, right? People are going to throw rocks at a tree that is bearing fruit and a tree that is flourishing. So at the ending of the day, I feel that, Miss Kitty, she's popular. She's a it girl. She's a it lady. And so people look at her and see what's going on and them talk the things them because she's popping. And if you talk about Miss Kitty, as Miss Kitty said in one of her live, you got trend. So I feel like, so the people that might come after her, because at the ending of the day they know that, our thing up, and it is what it is. But big ups to Miss Kitty for living life on her own terms, and for not letting society or people pressure her into becoming a mother or doing anything that she wasn't ready for, whatever, at whatever time. And as I said, even in my own situation and other women that I know, a lot of people are saying things, and I'm just like, listen, I'm my life, and when it come time for things to pay up, are you gonna pay up?